I don't know about you, but I love the light. I love the sunshine of the day, the moon and the stars of the night. I love the torches that flicker along the walls and buildings. If I wasn't a fox, I would love to be a lamp lighter and wake up the flames in the street lamps around Chateau-Thierry. I love to watch the flames dance among the darkness. I love to watch light and lesser light bring life to a still night. Of course, I am a fox, and sometimes I have to go where the light might not be. Sometimes when I search for food, I have to make sure that there is no light. I must make sure I am not seen. I can only get food if there is darkness. I love the lights, but sometimes I need the darkness to survive. This is, of course, the nature of being a fox. The shadow is necessary at times. It is not what I want personally. It is not even what God desires. But it is the way that things are in this moment. I know you English have the phrase necessary evil. And at this point in the life of the world, and for me en particular, this is very much the case. But the darkness did not overcome the light. And at some point there will be no more shadow. That light will be victorious. I will no longer have to take life in order to survive. I will no longer have to be in darkness. Jesus said, I am the light of the world. The one who follows me will not walk in shadow, but will have the light of life. This is what gets me through those nights when I have to live in the shadow. I know that Christ is my light. I know that Christ is the one who walks with me in darkness. I know God is with me, even through the rather unclean tasks that I must do. But it is not only this, but my whole life in God. As so often happens, our journey of life is filled with dark times and places of shadow that we find ourselves in. This is at times in the brightest light of the world, but for our souls, it could not be darker. No matter what light the world could offer, it is so quickly snuffed by whatever it is that troubles us. The pleasures, the desires that we chase, the treasures that we try to pile up, they may give off light, but it is only because they are on fire and burning from our lusts. And soon there will be nothing left but cinder and ash, both of it and ourselves. So the light of the world is only a flash in the pan of the musket. But the light of Christ is true. The light of Christ burns for forever. The light of Christ is a light of love that burns ever more intensely as it continues to be loved. It is in St. John that it is recorded where Jesus says this. He is teaching in the temple, and quite likely we do know, as the Gospel states, it is the festival of the booths. So Jesus is teaching in the temple during the festival of booths. In something I read, Jesus may have had in mind, or was looking at, a lamp, a large hanging lamp that illuminated what is called the court of the women, probably fairly close to the treasury. The court of the women, because it was the festival of the booths, the court of the women was filled with dancing and expressions of great joy during the night. It celebrated the pillar of light that led the Israelites during the night in their escape from Egypt. So Jesus may very well have been looking at this lamp, when he said, I am the light of the world. In my mind, this gives us something totally great and new to think about. Jesus is the light that lights up our court. And in this court we are dancing. We are dancing all night. We are dancing to celebrate God's salvation of us. We dance to celebrate God's love for us. Jesus says, I am the light of the world. Those who follow me will never walk in darkness. Now, when I hear this, I can look at it and think about the dancing in the court. We dance in the darkness because of the light of Christ. Christ grants us the light by which we can dance. We can be joyous, and we can celebrate our salvation by God. Let us dance, let us rejoice by this great light.